to Reading the List, where we review, discuss, and reimagine popular movie lists objectively. We're your hosts. I'm Jerry.
And I'm Brad. On this episode, we'll be exploring number 9 from AFI's 100 Years, 100 Passions, the 100 Greatest Love Stories of All Time.
All right, number 9 is Love Story, released in 1970, directed by Arthur Hiller, starring Ali MacGraw and Ryan O'Neal.
The synopsis for this romantic drama is as follows. Oliver Barrett IV, played by Ryan O'Neal, heir of an American upper-class East Coast family, attends Harvard where he plays ice hockey. He meets Jenny Cavallari, played by Ali MacGraw, a quick-witted, working-class Radcliffe College student of classical music. Despite their differences, they fall in love. Oliver is upset that he doesn't figure into Jenny's plans to study in Paris. She accepts his marriage proposal, and he takes her to the Barrett mansion to meet his parents, who are judgmental and unimpressed. Oliver's father tells him he will cut him off financially if he marries Jenny, but after graduation, they marry nonetheless. Jenny works as a teacher, but without his father's financial support, they struggle to pay Oliver's way through Harvard Law School. He finishes third in his class and takes a position at a prestigious New York law firm. They are ready to start a family but fail to conceive. After numerous tests, doctors tell Oliver that Jenny is terminally ill. Oliver attempts to continue life as normal without telling Jenny about her condition, but she confronts her doctor and learns the truth. Oliver buys tickets to Paris, but she declines to go, wanting only to spend time with him. Oliver seeks money from his estranged father to pay for Jenny's cancer therapy. His father asks if he's gotten a girl in trouble, and Oliver says yes, and his father writes him a check. Jenny makes funeral arrangements with her father from her hospital bed. She tells Oliver not to blame himself, insisting that he never held her back from music and it was worth it for the love they shared. Jenny's last wish is for Oliver to embrace her tightly as she dies. A grief-stricken Oliver leaves the hospital and runs into his father, who has found out about Jenny's condition and hurried to New York. Oliver tells him she's dead, and his father tells him he's sorry. Oliver responds that love means never having to say you're sorry, something Jenny told him after one of their arguments.
Okay, so I feel like this is really due for a remake.
Yes, the story is really,
it's a good story,
really
very good story.
And the problem with this movie is one of the performances in particular.
That would be Ali MacGraw.
She's really, really not good.
She's very wooden.
Mm-hmm.
She's whiny. She is very blasé at times.
Mm.
And it just doesn't come across like she gives a shit. And it's really too bad because I really feel like this story deserves like two really good actors with a lot of chemistry.
Yeah. Like Ryan O'Neal, I think he's playing the part he's supposed to play.
Yes.
So he's playing kind of an uptight East Coast type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to see from this story is what generally happens when you put these two kinds of people together is they kind of, they sand off each other's edges a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of supposed to be this carefree kind of person, and maybe she matures a little bit, and he, he's real, rigid, and maybe he comes to, relax a little bit. That's generally got, the best relationships, you kind of start meeting each other in the middle, and the couple becomes something that the parts are not.
Like that couple what was that movie we watched with Jane Fonda in the apartment? Remember, they have an apartment together.
Oh, the one with Robert Redford.
Barefoot in the Park?
Yeah, Barefoot in the Park.
I mean, they had really good chemistry.
They have great chemistry.
Yeah. I guess they would have been too old at this time.
No, I mean, the 1970, that movie was made in this, late 60s. It would have been right around that time.
I mean, that would have been...
But it's just, It's really interesting because after the filming of this movie, Ryan O'Neal and Ali MacGraw became lifelong friends. So, you would think, typically you see great chemistry in one of three ways. One is the people actually really have, they develop kind of romantic feelings for each other. They're really, really great friends. And so you have that kind of camaraderie that you have with, you know, the people that you're closest with. You're just, it's impossible to hide it.
That's like, there's a couple of friendships like that, like Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like in The Proposal.
Yeah, it works because they're really, you know, friendly.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you've got the opposite where, you know, they hate each other, and
Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze.
Or you know, Richard Gere and Deborah Winger. That's kind of the most famous one, but that kind of can fuel it too. So unfortunately, their friendship, you know, that develops on this film doesn't really carry through, and it's really a shame because there's a lot of really emotional heft in this movie. You know, you've got these two young people, and you know, they're just on the cusp of really like starting a life together. I mean, they've been together for a few years.
Yeah.
But it's like she's 25 years old when she dies, and it's just like they have like their whole life ahead of them.
And now he's got to start over.
And now he's got to start over, and he's got to figure out like what is it? You know, what does it all mean? And you know, that's a real tough thing to do at that age.
Yeah, and they had they had a young love.
Mm-hmm.
She understood the importance of family because she was very tight with her dad. And so she wanted him and his father to reconcile and have them a part of their lives. I don't think it was money driven. No. I think it really was that she wanted him to have his dad and his mom in his life.
Yeah.
And she also didn't want to be responsible for the reason why they're not, you know, they're estranged.
Right.
So, she does say to him, love is never having to say you're sorry. I'm not really sure what that means.
Yeah.
Does it mean like, hey, we love each other. We shouldn't have to say sorry because we already know that we love each other? Or is it, we love each other, so you shouldn't do shitty things to each other?
Well, my thing with this, like, of course you have to say sorry if you do something wrong. Otherwise, it's like you can excuse any kind of shitty behavior. Like, you know, I don't have to say I'm sorry. You know, I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I love you.
Yeah.
I did this bad thing, but I'm not going to say that's like the opposite of what you should do with the people that you truly care about. Yes, you absolutely should say you're sorry.
It's kind of a dumb line.
But
it's very famous.
It is.
The music from this movie is very famous. It's beautiful. It conveys a lot of what they're going through. It's a sad story. But like I said, I think the story in itself is really good.
And I think you could easily update it. Without, I mean, the stuff that they go through, class distinction, you know, a medical issue that leads to death. These
College.
are all these things are, you know, they're as true in 1970 as they are in 2023.
So they could definitely do a remake of this movie.
Yeah, and they should.
Sure.
I think they should.
I think they should too. I think it would do the story justice. I mean, it's number 9 on the list.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I feel like we keep giving these movies, like, such credit for just having love story in the title. You know?
I mean,
it's just...
I mean, to AFI's credit, it is like literally, it's a love story.
It's an absolute love story. Yes.
That's the entire purpose of this movie. Yes. It's the love story. It's just got holes. Lots of holes.
What else? Did I have anything about that?
I don't think so. I mean, like the biggest thing is the biggest takeaway from the movie is the music, which I think won the Academy Award that year, if I'm not mistaken. It's really, really good. I gave this one a 66. Jerry gave it a 49. I think I like some of the filmmaking techniques. This is when you see these kind of big gaps between our scores, it's typically she hits hard.
I do hit hard.
She hits hard.
Listen, if you're going to be a romantic film and you're on a list of top 100, you have a standard. Yeah, there's a standard to upheld.
So the list score is 57.5.
All right. let us know what you think of A Love Story. If you have not seen it, I would definitely recommend watching it, at least just to see what it's all about. And let us know if you think it's due for a remake. If you'd like to contact us directly, please do so at ratingthelist@gmail.com. But for now, that's it. That's number 9, Love Story. I'm Jerry.
I'm Brad.
And we're Rating the List. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.